journey and you're theirs too. I swim with tea when they turned in. The staring out to mute and can lend a pole that sunk he died.
Let's begin with the Labour Mobility Deduction for tradespeople, a measure introduced for the 2022 tax year. The idea is designed for tradespeople who temporarily travel away from their ordinary residence to work at a temporary job location. Think of a carpenter, electrician, welder, or other skilled tradesperson who normally lives in one city but needs to travel to another location for a temporary project. That temporary assignment can create additional out-of-pocket costs. The deduction can cover certain eligible costs connected with that temporary work assignment, including temporary lodging, one round trip between home and the temporary location, and certain travel meals. The important point is that this is a tax deduction, not a tax credit. A deduction reduces taxable income. The actual tax savings therefore depend on the individual's marginal tax rate. For example, a $4,000 deduction for someone with a 30% marginal tax rate could result in approximately $1,200 in tax savings. The purpose of this measure is to recognize that temporary work assignments can be expensive for tradespeople who need to travel away from home. So, when you see a tradesperson traveling from their ordinary residence to a temporary work location, think about the Labour Mobility Deduction. The key idea is simple. Temporary work away from home can create a deduction for certain eligible travel and lodging costs. Now let's look at the eligibility requirements for the Labour Mobility Deduction and the expenses that may qualify. There are 3 important tests, and all 3 must be satisfied. The first is the distance test. The temporary work location must be at least 150 kilometers from the tradesperson's ordinary residence. Think of a worker traveling from their home to a distant construction site. If the temporary location is less than 150 kilometers away, the distance requirement is not met. The second is the duration test. The tradesperson must be away from their ordinary residence for at least 36 hours. A short same-day trip does not meet this requirement. The worker needs to be away for at least 36 hours. The third is the location test. The temporary work location must be in Canada. So, the 3 eligibility requirements are easy to remember: 150 kilometers, 36 hours, and Canada. Once these tests are satisfied, we can look at the expenses. Eligible costs can include temporary lodging, such as a hotel or short-term rental. They can also include transportation for one round trip between the ordinary residence and the temporary work location, and certain meals during the travel to and from the temporary location may qualify. However, there is an important limitation. Not every expense incurred while staying at the temporary work location is eligible. Meals and other personal costs while staying at the temporary site are not eligible under this deduction. So, when reviewing a tradesperson's claim, first check the 3 tests: 150 kilometers, 36 hours, and a work location in Canada. Then identify the qualifying temporary lodging, one round trip journey, and eligible travel meals. That simple sequence will help you determine whether the Labour Mobility Deduction can apply. Now let's look at how much a tradesperson can actually claim under the Labour Mobility Deduction. There are 3 important financial rules to remember. First, the maximum annual deduction is $4,000. Second, there is an income limit for each temporary work location. The deduction cannot exceed 50% of the income earned from that particular work location. For example, if a tradesperson earns $8,000 at a temporary job site, the maximum deduction based on the 50% rule would be $4,000. Third, Eligible expenses that are not fully used in one tax year may be claimed in the following year. However, the deduction can only be spread across 2 tax years. Now let's look at an example. Meet John, an electrician from Toronto who temporarily works in Sudbury for 2 weeks. John stays in a motel for 10 nights at $150 per night. That gives him $1,500 in lodging costs. He also spends $250 on fuel and meals for his round trip. His total eligible expenses are therefore $1,750. John earns $3,500 from the Sudbury job. Now apply the 50% income test. 50% of $3,500 is $1,750. So John's eligible expenses of $1,750 are exactly equal to his maximum allowable deduction. Therefore, John can claim a labor mobility deduction of $1,750. There is one more important rule. Avoid double counting. Regular employment expenses should be handled through Form T-777, while temporary travel and lodging costs that qualify for the labor mobility deduction should be kept separate. The same expense cannot be claimed twice, and you cannot claim the same costs as both moving expenses and the labor mobility deduction. So, when preparing a claim, remember 4 steps. Check the eligibility requirements. Calculate the $4,000 and 50% limits. Separate the expenses from other claims. And finally, claim only the eligible temporary lodging, 1 round trip, and qualifying travel meals. That is the practical framework for applying the labor mobility deduction for tradespeople.